So now I added some gamma so that we could get a better view of what we were looking at. And I'll have you watch carefully because things get interesting. And keep your eye on the screen here. And as we super zoom in, we can actually watch where the water line is. And how do we know that? Well, look at the reflection behind it. We can see that that item is reflecting off that water line, which means the sails are a reflection and the boat is simply camouflaged or hidden behind that. Nothing is behind any curvature of any earth at all. Again, it does get better. We're going to start seeing lots of birds, and the birds are going to be the key to knowing where that water line is. Here comes a bird here. I drew the water line for you, and you'll see the reflection of the bird as he goes into the water. Start to keep an eye on these birds. You're going to see them left and right. Here comes another one. Did you see that one? Leaving on the right-hand side. Rewind it if you need to. And that is the water line. So again, there is no boat behind any curvature. There's a lot more water that we can't see. And that boat, which looks like a sail, is not a sail at all. That's simply a sail and then its own reflection. Again, the boat at this point is plenty far away. It is hard to see. It is becoming distorted, just like the first video we watched that showed us what happened to that bay as the day got warmer. I'll draw the water line again here. Keep an eye on it. And you saw the bird take off from the water. And that's why you see a reflection, just like the reflection of the sail. Now here we're going to see the boat driving by this green thing. Obviously the red line is the water line. And you see the top and bottom of the reflection, or the actual item, the green item, and then its reflection down below. So the water line, much higher than you would think. Just saw a bird dive into it. We'll see quite a bit more of that here coming. Again, we're zoomed in and you can see that bird take off from the water line and dive right back into the water. You can see that the water is several levels above what we would think. We think that hard line right there is the end of the water. But the water continues, and that boat is continuing out far away from us, way at the edge of that water. Keep an eye on this water line. You'll see in a second some birds take off here. There it goes. And you can see right there, I'll pause it, the reflection off the water of the bird as it takes off. That's the water line, which means that's where the boat is. Which means everything below that is simply a reflection on the water. Hope this is making sense to you. It's certainly the truth. It certainly is exactly what's going on. It's just been something that's hard for us to decipher and figure out, but now that we know that that's what's happening, this water is just continuing. We'll continue watching here and see if we see anything else with this water line. Again, what we're looking at is the sail above the water and then the sail being reflected. Okay, you see this bird here? Pause it there for the reflection as it takes off. And it is leaping from or flying from the water line. Here comes another one. There you go. You can see that bird flying, and that bird will actually go right in front of the boat, I believe. Okay, now we're just keep your eyes out. You can never know when you're going to see a lot of birds flying around. Just watch where they come from. Watch where they dive to. They're out there playing in the water. They're in the water. Hopefully you saw that. If not, rewind it. They took nose dives out into either empty space or the water that is camouflaged. See this bird flying right in front, and the reflection is there the whole time. So that's all water. It means no boats go over or behind any curvature. They simply go out away from your view, and due to atmospheric conditions and temperature gradients and inversion, you name it, that's what's causing the problems that we see. So my question still remains, will Red be man enough, will he be intellectually honest enough to admit that he was wrong about this boat going over the